Well, it's time now for business, and let's begin as ever by taking a look at the market, starting with the close of play on Wall Street. The Nasdaq finished up at 2%, the S&P 500 up almost 0.8%, as you can see there. The Dow Jones, meanwhile, ending a little below the flat line. Now, as for Asia, indices, they're largely trading in negative territory this Thursday. The Shanghai Composite down 0.2%. The Hong Kong Hang Seng down 0.5 percentage point. The Kospi trading a little lower than that. Only the Nikkei in Tokyo currently trading just above the flat line. 3/4 of small businesses in the United States say they've suffered because of the pandemic. Among the worst affected are those in the hospitality industry. France 24's business programme People and Profit is this week focusing on business reaction to the election of Joe Biden as President of the United States. Stephen Carroll has been speaking to the founder of a craft brewery in Philadelphia about how they've been affected by the pandemic and their hopes for the new administration.
Oh, we're probably going to be down somewhere close to 40 to 50%. It was pretty impactful in where budgets were expected to be and where they ended up.
Have you been able to avail of any state or federal support for your business?
Yeah, so the CARES Act that was passed here in April is something we were able to take advantage of, and it allowed us to rehire a lot of our staff more quickly than we maybe otherwise would have been able to. So that was obviously helpful. But since that first round of stimulus, there hasn't really been anything from government-wise for us.
And are you hopeful now that, with a new president in place, that there will be more help for businesses?
I do, in the sense that I think that a lot of the politicians were kind of punting until after the election. So I'm kind of hoping either during this lame duck session or when the inauguration happens in January, soon after that, that there is another round of stimulus to help all kinds of different businesses, not just mine.
Now, that call for a new stimulus plan is being echoed by the International Chamber of Commerce, which represents some 48 million businesses around the world. The organisation's chief, John Denton, says small businesses need urgent help.
When we talk about small businesses, even in the US, they actually make up almost 80% of the actual real economy. So in the US alone, we're talking about 30 million small businesses. So this is a very big part of the US economy and actually one of the most important employers. And let's be also very clear here, they are hurting and they continue to hurt. One of the other problems we're seeing, of course, is that as businesses hang on, then collapse, the likelihood of them reopening is becoming less and less. So what they need, what we are arguing for, is more support to enable them to stay open, and we also need a global solution as well to continue to allow them to continue to trade. What is pretty clear, I think, from the evidence to date, is that monetary policy in the US has gone as far as it can. There really does need to be a very significant fiscal intervention, and that's going to require the political establishment to get its act together to ensure that there's a significant fiscal intervention as quickly as possible. By the way, we can't wait 2 months. More businesses will go out of business, more jobs will be lost, and more businesses will not reopen. So this activity, this focus on actually getting a deal, if I could, across the aisle, which actually enables a fiscal package to be delivered into the arms and into the very willing requirements of small business in the US, is there now. It's a clear and present issue that must be dealt with.
And you can catch that